Hey guys, welcome back to Sweet Magnolias. Today I'm going to be showing you how I make French press coffee and also how I make homemade creamer. So let's just go ahead and get started. Okay, so to get started, we're going to start with this French press. I actually picked this up at Kmart years ago. It's held up very well for me, and I would say this is probably about a 6-cup French press. And I switched to the French press because I just feel like the coffee tastes better. Aesthetically, it looks better on my counter than a coffee pot or a Keurig. To me, it's a lot cheaper because I use a lot less coffee with this. I don't use filters with this. So the French press is just a really good option for our family. So I'm going to start with this. Like I said, this is probably about a 6-cup French press. And the way it works is you have this is the top, and then this is the filter. So the filter is going to push down all the coffee grounds to the bottom, and then everything from here up will be your coffee. So I have my teapot here. This is where I have heated my water. It's already hot. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add the coffee to the bottom of the empty French press. Now I will say that French press coffee needs to be used with bigger ground coffee. I want to get a coffee grinder and start using whole bean coffee and grinding it myself so that it works better for the French press, but I have not invested in one of those as of yet. So my coffee probably should be not finer ground, but rougher ground than it is right now. But I have actually switched to decaf coffee as well, so I'm changing a few things as far as my coffee routine goes, but I am going to use decaffeinated Folgers coffee, and it's pretty finely ground, but this filter is pretty, I guess pretty good about keeping the grounds out of the coffee, so I don't have to worry about it as much. But if you plan to invest in a French press, you really need to get some coarser ground coffee so that it does not come through your filter and get into your coffee. But like for me, this works just fine right now. So I'm going to get my coffee. And I probably use more coffee than I probably should, but I like a strong coffee. So I have this right here is my little scooper. So I do about 3 scoops of coffee. So I'm just going to put these into the bottom of the French press. Okay, so I've got the coffee in the bottom. I'm going to just shake it a little bit to get it even. And now I'm going to add my water. So I'm going to add it right up to the bottom of this silver rim right here. You don't want to add too much because then when you put your filter in, it's going to overflow. Okay, as you can see, the coffee grinds all rise to the top. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this wooden spoon, I'm going to take the bottom half of it and stir it up. So now you can see I've got a nice foam on top and the grounds are all swirling around in here. I'm going to let this sit for a few minutes because I want the coffee to soak in, because if you put the filter on too quickly, then your coffee is going to taste very, very weak. So I'm going to let this sit for a few minutes and then I'm going to do the filter. Okay, so now it's been sitting for a few minutes, so I'm going to go ahead and do the filter. So what you're going to do is you're going to take your filter. This is the part that goes on top. So I'm just gonna press that down on there, and then you just push it. So now all of the coffee is at the top and the grounds are at the bottom. So now this is going to keep warm for a little while, so I'm going to just set this off to the side so I can make my creamer. now that we have our coffee made, we're going to move into making our homemade creamer. I decided to switch to making my own creamer because I realized that store-bought creamers have a lot of bad ingredients in them. And not to say that this is 100% great for you, but I feel like it's better than buying like Coffee Delight or International Delight or whatever kind of creamer you buy. So this only has a few ingredients, which I really like because that makes it simple, and to me it makes it healthier when it has fewer ingredients. So we're going to use heavy whipping cream, milk, sugar, and vanilla, and that's it. So milk, we use 2% milk. I know 2% milk is not the best in the world for you, but I sort of have a dairy issue, so this does not affect me negatively, but my husband does not like almond milk. So maybe in the future we'll figure out something better as far as dairy options go. If you have any suggestions, leave them down below. But we are using 2% milk, heavy whipping cream. This is just a Harris Teeter version. You could definitely make this better if you are not, if you don't drink regular milk. You can make it with almond milk, you can make it with coconut milk, you can make it with soy milk, any kind of milk that you want to substitute for it, you definitely can. I'm using white sugar and then pure vanilla extract. So we're going to get started. Okay, so I'm going to put everything in this little glass pitcher that I bought. I bought this thrifted, and it's just the perfect little pitcher for coffee cream. It pours, it's just great. So we're going to start out. I've got a measuring cup right here, and I'm going to do 2 cups of milk and 2 cups of heavy whipping cream. So 2 and 2. So we're going to start off with that. I'm going to start with the milk because the last time that I made this, the heavy whipping cream kind of clumped in the bottom. So I'm going to start with the milk. And of course I'm making a mess because I am a slob. Alright, so I might run out of this carton because I've got to get 2 cups out of this carton, but I do have another one. That wasn't quite a cup. I'm going to get a little bit more. So I'm going to take a butter knife and just stir this up a little bit because I don't want my sugar clumping. I just want it all to be combined. Now I'm going to add 1 tablespoon of vanilla. And you could definitely add almond to this. You can do just vanilla, or you can basically do any flavor that you want, but I'm doing vanilla because I had done it with almond before and I really didn't like the almond, so I'm going to stick with vanilla. And I'm going to add just a tiny bit more than 1 tablespoon just to give it a little bit more of a vanilla taste. And I'm just going to stir it again. And there you have it. I've got a whole pitcher of coffee cream. This will probably last me a week between the 2 of us. So, and this is so much better for you than store-bought creamer. So now I'm gonna go get a cup of coffee. Okay guys, thank you for watching today's video. I hope you enjoyed. I hope you go fix yourself a big cup of coffee now and have a great weekend. As always, if you haven't subscribed, please consider doing that before you leave. And please be sure to follow me on my social media handles down below. And I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye guys.